got about 20 seconds left. Something that is complete. Something you've done that is complete. Something you've seen that is complete. Doesn't have to be something you've done. What do you visualize in your mind when you hear the term complete? And hold it up. My friends in here, hold it up. I want all whiteboards up. All whiteboards up. Come on, Aiden, Lily. Let's go. Even if you're not done, I want to see what you've got. Natalie, what do you have?
I want to just like picture of like writing and everything. And my question was, this is an essay that is complete.
Natalie's Wright Brothers essay, The Draft, is complete. Very good. She's in her draft. Very good. Axel, what did you draw? Yeah. You have time. Axel, what did you draw?
I'm writing.
That's fine. What did you write?
I said we will complete the iReady assignment.
I love it. You will complete the iReady assignment. Very good. Erase your board or go to the next line if you're on paper. Create. To bring into being. To make for the first time. Good. Tell me something you've created lately. Go. Tell me something just a quick sentence. Short and sweet. Tell me something you've created lately. Nope. Something you've created lately. Doesn't have to be anything extravagant. Something you've made. Seconds left. And up. Hold it up. Good, good, good. Aiden P created his skateboard. Very good. Someone in Miss Caldwell's class, what have you created lately?
Alden created a cake.
Oh. He created a what?
A cake.
Alden created a cake. Very good. Yum. I hope it was delicious. Erase your board, everybody. Ease. Freedom from concern, trouble, or work. If you are at ease, you are calm. You guys are about to be at ease once you're on winter break. So are we. Good. Draw a picture of something, a time when you have felt at ease. And give me a quick caption. Go. We're going to do one more word after this, and then we'll start our lesson. A time when you felt at ease. You didn't have any worries. You didn't have any cares. You were calm, stress-free. What is today? The 10th?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
10 seconds left. And hold it up. Let's see those sketches. Quick sketch. Come on, Justin. Hold it up. Hold it up. My friends online, I want to see you holding it up. All right. Good. Addison, tell me a time when you've been at ease. What did you draw?
When I'm sleeping.
Oh, when you're sleeping. Very good. Justin, looks like you did something similar. Watching TV in your bed. Good. Let's hear from one more friend. Akaya, what about you? What'd you draw?
I drew a picture of me because after school I always get an hour to myself.
Oh, I love that. You get your relaxing time. I like to do that as well. Very good. Erase your board. Last one for the day. Essential. When something is essential, it's needed, it's necessary, and it's extremely important. You're probably hearing people use the term essential workers a lot right now because like nurses and doctors are essential workers because they are putting their lives at risk every day to take care of the sick. So, what is something that is essential to you? You can write a sentence and draw a quick sketch. You've got 1 minute. Go. Something that is essential or it's not just important, it's extremely important. Essential. All right. Give you like 10 more seconds. If you're ready, you can hold it up. My friends online, if you're ready, you can hold it up. Something that is essential to you. And up. Up. Let's see. Layla, what did you say? A toothbrush is essential. Yeah, you got to keep your teeth clean. You don't want cavities. You don't want bacteria buildup. Someone in Miss Caldwell's class, what is essential to you? Aiden, I want to see you hold it up. Okay.
Just we put toilet paper.
Toilet paper is essential. It really is. And we learned how essential it is back in like March and April when it was hard to find. You're exactly right. Braden, what did you put? Something that is essential to you.
Sleep.
Sleep is essential. You're exactly right. Good. I've got some good. I love seeing all these pictures in here. Fantastic. All right. Your vocab game I assigned to you today. Today. You have all weekend to play the vocab game. Your test will be Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I'll give it to you Tuesday. You can complete it on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. You'll take the quiz and the read and respond. Okay? All right, erase your board. We are going to talk about two of the text features today that are important. And those are chronological or sequence. You might hear it used sequence or chronological. And then we're going to talk about compare and contrast. So, I'm going to show you a quick vocabulary. And then we're going to start the lesson. Give me 1 second. I got to switch my, and Lily, will you turn the lights on? Are you off?
I can't hear anything.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, you had to switch my microphone. All right, this is about sequence. Chronological.
Whenever you read, how do you know the order in which the events go? Sequence is the way that we can be mapping the order in which events have happened. Don't stress, I can bring you up to speed on how to catch sequence when you read. Could be in fiction like Number the Stars, or a non-fiction book about vintage cars. Writers use transition words at the same time: first, second, and third. After, before, then, meanwhile, soon. Finally, next, later, that afternoon. These are critical words and phrases when inserted into all the right places that work to keep events ordered in text. What happened before, what's happening next. First you hear this track, and then rewind it back. Later on, this simple beat stuck in your head, and you remember what we said about sequence. First you hear this track, and then rewind it back. Later on, this simple beat stuck in your head, and you remember what we said about sequence. Let's see how transition words work to show sequence. Like clockwork, we can use before and previously. That's if you want to say that something happened in the past. Like before we left for the airport, I asked, "Are you sure you have your passport?" You said yes. Next we got in the backseat, and soon we were on our way in a taxi. Next and soon, and then are great to line up events in an orderly way. And finally works when you want to say that something happened after a long wait. So finally we got to security check, and you turned to me looking totally wrecked. Suddenly your face turned red, and you said, "I forgot my passport on the end of my bed." Meanwhile, I reached into my bag. Meanwhile means at the same time, man, I started laughing, cause I knew the whole time I had grabbed your passport when I grabbed mine. After you recovered from the moment of panic, you let out a sigh that was gigantic. Then you admitted that you hadn't double checked. I laughed and said, "Well, that's what you get." First you hear this track, and then rewind it back. Later on, this simple beat stuck in your head, and you remember what we said about sequence. First you hear this track, and then rewind it back. Later on, this simple beat stuck in your head, and you remember what we said about sequence.
Okay. Yeah, so sequence, you might hear it as chronological or sequential order. I'm going to keep the lights off so that you guys can see the. All right, can you guys hear me? Yeah? Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. All right.
Yes.
Good. Okay. I'm gonna close this. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I can't. It's not working. Okay. So what is a text structure? We've been talking about text structures for the past week in here. We've got our text structures. Say them with me. Description, chronological, comparison, problem solution, and cause and effect. So a structure is a building or a framework. We know like a structure, like your house has a structure, right? So a text structure refers to how a piece of text is built, how they put together the different parts of the passage or the book, usually in nonfiction, to make it complete or whole. Okay. Builders can use different kinds of structures to build different things, right? They take from different parts and they put it all together. Do you guys know what a skyscraper is?
Yes,
It's like a really, really tall building. We don't really have any skyscrapers here in Wilmington because we're a smaller city, but if you go to Charlotte or Raleigh or Washington, D.C. or New York City, skyscrapers like 50 plus stories tall. So a skyscraper for example, is a different kind of structure than a house, right? A skyscraper looks a lot different than a house, doesn't it? Yeah.
Twin Towers.
Like the Twin Towers, that's a skyscraper. You're right. So writers, the different text structures, it's the same thing. They are different. They have different purposes or goals for each type. So for each passage. So it says writers use different structures to build their ideas. Each text structure communicates to you as the reader in different ways. So we're going to start with chronological order, and everybody has their whiteboard ready, correct?
Yes.
To start, I want you to think, tell me what you know about chronological order so far. Go ahead. Write it on your whiteboard. Are you guys still able to see even though it's pretty dark? Okay. Justin, please stop tapping. Move this down here. And hold it up. Let's hear from, who haven't I heard from in here yet today? Justin, what do you know about chronological order? It goes in order. It goes in sequence. Anyone want to add something that they wrote? Click your pen, my friends, in here, and your heads are off the desk. Your elbows are off the desk, or your heads are not on your arms either. Does anyone want to add something about it going in order? Kendrick, what else do you know about chronological?
It tells you how something works.
It tells you how something works, or how to make something, or how to cook something. It's step-by-step directions. Fantastic. Erase your board. Let's keep on reading, and I might call on some random friends to read some of the PowerPoint to me as well, so you should be following along. Authors use chronological order to explain how things happen in order, like you all just said. Chronological order is also called sequence, which is the video that we just watched on FlowCab, or time order. So sequence and chronological are very similar words. They're like synonyms. So if you hear one, you know that means the other one as well. All right, who can read this for me about signal words? Natalie, go ahead.
You will know that you are reading a text in chronological order because you will see words like first, next, later, then, and finally.
Excellent. Thank you for reading loud. So first, say these words with me that are italicized, everybody. My friends at home, say them with me on mute. All right, in here. First, next, later, then, and finally. Are those the only signal words? No, those are some examples. I think you might even have some more signal words on your notes page. But these are some clues that you might see that, oh yes, that's chronological. You will often see chronological order in directions. Okay. So what I'm going to have you do is I want you to read this quick paragraph. Do you notice how it's a paragraph? It's like got 3 to 4 sentences. It's about macaroni and cheese. I actually had macaroni and cheese last night. We had pork chops and macaroni and cheese and spinach. I love Annie's mac and cheese. Actually, all the 4th grade teachers, we love Annie's mac and cheese. Have you guys? I think it's better than Kraft. Has anyone had Annie's mac and cheese?
No, I don't think.
Gotta tell your parents to buy it. Yeah, it's so good. So this is all about macaroni and cheese. What I'm gonna have you do. Oop. I didn't mean to do that. How do I go back without messing up? Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Okay. You are going to read this, and then you're going to tell me, you're going to give me as many clue or signal words from this paragraph that help you to to understand that it is chronological order. So I want you to read this passage on your own about macaroni and cheese and then write down all the signal words you see. My friends online, thumb up if you understand what we are doing. All right, you may begin. Please start reading. Can you guys see it? Good. Have you read it in full yet? Don't start until you've read it. If you're going to read out loud, that's fine.
We're just supposed to write the words.
Yep, you are reading the paragraph and then you are writing seeing how many signal words you can find, how many clue words you can find in this passage that are chronological signal words. Let's see how many you can find. Once you're ready, start writing it on your whiteboard or your piece of paper. What are those signal words? You've got 30 seconds to write your signal words. Jordan, I should see you writing your signal words if you have not already. Juan, same thing. Good. You guys done? I do too. I don't know. Oh, it might be coming from outside. All right. Hold up your whiteboard. My friends at home, hold up your paper or your whiteboard. Juan, tell us what you got.
First.
Good.
Then,
First. Then, what was the next one?
After and finally.
Very good. So you should have 4. Thumb up if you agree with him. First, boil the water. Then, make your cheese sauce. After the cheese sauce is ready, mix it with the macaroni. Bake it. Did you say finally as well? And finally, it's time to eat. Very good. Erase your board. Yes. So, here is your next task. Everybody erase your board. Which paragraph is chronological order? I'm going to give you 2 paragraphs. You're going to have to read both, and we might read them together for this part. And then you're going to have to decide, all right, which one has a text structure of chronological order? They both don't. Okay. I'm going to read these to you, okay? They're both about Pennsylvania. Let's read A first. I want you to whisper read softly with me. My friends at home, I want you to whisper read on mute, okay? This will show me that you are following along. We're going to read paragraph A first. Pennsylvania has many historic sites. So you are whisper reading with me. You can visit Revolutionary War sites like Valley Forge. You can also visit important locations from the Civil War like Gettysburg. Finally, you can also see the site of the first oil well in Tootsville, Pennsylvania. I hope I said that right. Has many neat places to visit. Pennsylvania has many neat places to visit. All right, now we're going to whisper read paragraph B. Through the ages, Pennsylvania has seen many interesting events. The state was founded in 1681 by William Penn. Later, Pennsylvania was the site of important Revolutionary War battles. After that, Pennsylvania was home to new factories during the Industrial Revolution. Today, Pennsylvania continues to make history. All right, decide which one, A or B, is in chronological order. All you have to do is write A or B on your whiteboard.
You told us never.
What?
You told us. Never mind.
So either A, which one is in chronological order? Is it A or is it B? You've got 5 seconds to write it down. You're literally writing a letter. All right. Raise your hand if you think it's A. Do we see many signal words? We only see, they threw in that finally to trick you, but that is not, they're not giving you anything in order. They're just kind of telling you about Pennsylvania. Raise your hand if you think it's B. My friends at home, I should see. If you did not raise your hand for A, you should be raising your hand for B. Good. You are correct. It is B. Next task on your whiteboard, you can keep the B. What are signal words you see? Aiden, it's a privilege, not a right. If you're going to doodle on it, you're not going to get to use it. Aiden M. So write down what are the signal words that you see in paragraph B? Go. What are some clue words that you see that tell you, oh, this is going in sequential order? Good. I love how Alana is writing and Ryan is writing. And Juan. I know more people are. I'm just limited on how many kids I can see at a time. Put your pencil up in the air or your marker up in the air once you think you have all the signal words. All right. Let's discover them together. Through the ages is not really a signal word. What does it start by telling you? You guys can all just say it with me. It tells you when was it founded, everybody? 1681. What's my next, and you guys can take yourself off mute for this. What's my next signal word? Later. Good. And they tell about the Revolutionary War. What's my next signal word after that? After that. Yep. Very good. And then what's my last signal word? Today. Very good. It's telling you about the present time. Good. Erase your board completely. Is this the last page? And that's it. So now we're on to our next one. Our next one is compare and contrast. But I have a quick vocab for you about compare and contrast. Let me get my computer ready.
Vocabulary. We're comparing and contrasting. Let's get it. Everybody's doing it. In fact, we do it all the time. We compare and contrast when we're in the store deciding what cereal to buy. We compare and contrast when we pick up what movie to see or what player we want for our fantasy football league. I'll break it down for you. Check. Comparing and contrasting. Get with it. That's when you think how things are similar and different. When I compare things, I talk about how they're the same. When I contrast, it's the differences that I name. I analyze how they're similar and different. I look at them close. Yeah, I get specific. I compare and contrast 2 books, 3 foods, 2 unicorn dudes named Opie and Stu. Yeah, that's how we do. But what's even wiser, before I write, I'ma use a graphic organizer. A Venn diagram, yeah, I'll show you that. I just draw 2 circles that overlap. In the middle, I write Whatever's the same, just list the differences in the other spaces. With three things to compare, what should I do then? I could add a third circle, so bet, let's get it in. I compare when I say how things are similar, like doll houses and ponies, both miniature. I contrast when I say how things are different, give examples and get specific. You get it? I compare when I say how things are similar or the same. Yeah, I bet that sounds so familiar. I contrast when I say how things are different, give examples and get specific. You get it? Okay, I have to write an essay. Here's the prompt. Would you rather be a wolf or a domesticated dog? Domesticated dog is like a pet. I'ma compare and contrast. That'll help me pick. I use transition words to help my readers know that I'm comparing and contrasting. Here we go. First, I'll compare how they're the same. Both have fur coats for the wind, snow, and rain. Domesticated dogs love to play together. Similarly, both puppies will play in any weather. Pet dogs have paws, wolves do as well. Likewise, they both will eat meat. Can you tell? To see how they're different, let's contrast. Most wolves have longer teeth, and that's a fact. If a wolf gets sick, there's no medicine. In contrast, let's go to the vet. They let them in. Domesticated dogs don't worry about food. They get fed in the bowl. I bet they love it too. Unlike a wolf, which has to hunt, and if it can't find much food, they go hungry for months. A wolf can run free, do anything it pleases, while domesticated doggies are tied up with leashes. So while I might like to be a pet dog for a while, I want to be free. That's the call of the wild. I'm a wolf. I compare when I say how things are similar, like doll houses and ponies, both miniature. I contrast when I say how things are different, give examples and get specific. You get it? I compare when I say how things are similar or the same. Yeah, I bet that sounds so familiar. I contrast when I say how things are different, give examples and get specific. You get it?
All right, so now we're on to compare and contrast. While I'm switching over to my other sound, what can you tell me about compare and contrast? What do you know about that text structure? Write it down on your whiteboard. Go.
Flow Kevin.
Give me more than that. What do you already know? We've talked about compare and contrast. We talked about it with the Hoover Dam. What do you know about compare and contrast? And 5 seconds left. Hold it up when you are ready. My friends at home, hold it up when you are ready. Let's see what you got. Up. Aiden P. What do you know about compare and contrast? My friends in here, hold it up. You're finding the differences and the similarities, or how they are alike. Would anyone online like to add something to that, to what Aiden P said? Finding what's similar and what's different. All right. And when you compare and contrast, it's really important that you're comparing the same topic. Like they did food, where they compare the different food. You can't compare food and animals. That's not, you need to make sure it's the same topic. What's another thing that they compared on the video?
Like getting sick.
Yes, getting sick. Did they compare that on the video?
Yeah, they did.
They did. Good. All right, so let's do our next text structure. But what if an author doesn't show or doesn't want to show how something happened in sequence? So what are they going to do next? The author would need to use another text structure. Not everything always has to be in order, right? Not everything always comes in order, so it's not always going to be chronological. Suppose an author wanted to explain how two birds are similar and different. What's your topic, everybody? What's your topic that you're comparing? Birds, not just animals. Be specific. Birds. You're comparing birds in this case. You're finding alikes, which is the compare part, and you're finding the difference, which is the contrast part. Chronological would not work for that, would it? No. So the author would need to use compare, alike, and contrast, difference. So I want you to read this passage. Aiden, this is your last warning, and then I'm taking the whiteboard marker away, okay? I need you to read this passage about the cardinal, which is our state bird. It's a pretty red bird. I've got it right up there with those flowers. You'll be able to see when the lights are on. You're going to read about the cardinal and the cedar waxwing, which is another type of bird. I want you to read this entire passage, and then I want you to jot down something that they have in common. So that's alike, that's your compare, and something that is different about the two. All right? So you're going to read it, and then you're going to tell me one thing that they have in common and one thing that they have that's different. I think you can do this in about 1.5 minutes. Please begin. Make sure you read the entire paragraph first. Alana, is your hand up, or are you just resting like that? Yeah, okay. My friends online, thank you. My friends online, I should see you reading the paragraph and then writing something that's alike and different. Jordan, are you working? Good. That is a cedar waxwing. I can show you a picture of it after. Once you're ready, start doing your compare and contrast. You can do a Venn diagram. You can do a little chart. How much time do you need? Show me with your fingers, 0 or 1. 0 if you're ready, 1 if you need a little bit more time. All right, you've got 20 seconds. While you're finishing up, I'm just going to start reading it. The cardinal and the cedar waxwing are two common birds. Both, that's a signal word right there, have crests on their heads. Both are common at bird feeders. But the birds have some differences. So they've already given you some clue words. Both, but, and differences. The male cardinal is a bright red, while the waxwing is brown. The cedar waxwing often migrates from place to place. On the other hand, there's another clue word. The cardinal stays in one place year after year. All right, so tell me something that they have in common. Give me a compare, Lily. Something that they have in common.
Oh, they both have common like bird feeders.
They both go to bird feeders. Like if you have a bird feeder in your yard. Yes, good. Someone in Miss Caldwell's class, another similarity. Something else they have in common.
They both have crests.
They both have crests on their head. Very good. All right, now I need to know a difference. Addison, what's a difference between the two? What are you guys thinking here? A difference. Justin, what's a difference?
The waxwing, the cedar waxwing, the males are brown, but the cardinals, their males are red.
Very good. Male cardinal is red. Waxwing bird is brown. And then one more thing, 8 and M. What's one more thing that they have that's different about them?
Is a cardinal stays in one place year after year.
Good. And the cardinal stays in one place year after year, so the waxwing must do what? I'm looking for a clue, a main word. It must, everybody say it with me, migrate. Very good.
Migrate.
All right. And I think it says, can you find the clue words? Here they are. Look at all these clue words. Let's say them together. Both, but, differences, while. That's probably not one that you think of, but it says it's comparing the it's showing the difference. On the other hand. So both and both are things that they have alike, but differences, while on the other hand, show signal words for how they're different. Good so far? So here are two examples. This is a Venn diagram. Have you guys ever used a double bubble map?
Yes.
No?
Wait, no,
You
I
never
actually
used
haven't,
one in
no.
first grade?
Or like a web? This is like a double bubble.
I have.
Yeah, it's the same thing. We'll have to use a double bubble in here so you guys can get practice. It's the same thing. You've got your two, so you're comparing superheroes and villains. Lily, pay attention. Over here, it's your differences. In the middle is your things that they have in common, your similarities. And over here is your other differences. So it's another way to put your information down. All right. And that is it. Perfect timing. All right. What we are doing today, I'm going to go to the daily schedule. It is very, very important, my friends at home. You are taking, my friends on Intellect Classroom, you're going to take it in here. You are taking the SCA3 reading test, okay? It is fiction. We already finished our fiction unit, so this should be a review. You are going to be, my friends at home, you're doing it online. You need to go to SchoolNet, so you need to go to NC Ed Cloud. You've done this multiple times already. I will make sure to have the directions in there. So NC Ed Cloud, SchoolNet, which is the red circle with the white house. You need to put in your username, which is your lunch ID number, which you have on your password sheet, right? Your password by teacher. So your own Brisson's class, you are, everybody say it with me if you're in Brisson's class. Red Hawks D1 with a capital R. Caldwell's class, everybody in Miss Caldwell's class, say this with me. Red Hawks D2. Is that correct, Miss Caldwell?
That's correct.
Okay. That's your password. Then you are putting in the test code, ELA4 SCA3. That's the test code. Remember, in the top corner. You are taking the test. It's 2 passages. I believe it's 10 questions. I'm not sure. They do have the option to have you highlight if you want to discover that. You need to find your answers in the passage. You need to do your best. We want to see that you're doing your best. We met with Miss Oots yesterday about your scores. We are looking at this data. So if you whiz through it and just click random answers, we're going to know, and you're going to redo it, and you're going to have a conversation with Mom and Miss Oots. Got it? Mom or Dad. You guys, I know you'll be working in here because I'll be with you. My friends at home, that's more for you guys. Okay? And then you need to get your iReady assigned lesson. It's on Text Structures Part 1. Any questions online? Any questions online?